Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beth, and for today's video, I'm hopefully going to be spoiling all 6 customization options for the upcoming Fall 2023 FabFitFun box. I'm trying to cut down on the overall, length of these videos, so trying to do this in one shot. I did try to do these as shorts, but I do have kind of a lot to say, I guess. So just some quick housekeeping, I guess. They've already spoiled the 6 main categories that you can customize in your box. If you are an annual member, which means you pay a year in advance, you can customize your entire box. If you are a seasonal member, that means you can only customize the first 4, and FabFitFun will select the products for the last 2. There are some shipping restrictions, so things that have batteries, for example, or otherwise flammable items often cannot be shipped to the UK and Canada. So unfortunately, the FabFitFun subscribers in UK and Canada cannot select those items. So if you want to do your homework ahead of customization, you might want to take a look at the links that I have down below. So as I mentioned, FabFitFun has already spoiled the box, but we do have refills and boosts that will be spoiled tomorrow, as I'm filming this, is Monday and Tuesday. And finally, I will mention that I do have an affiliate code down below that will get you some money off your first FabFitFun box if you haven't already subscribed. So that's just a standard affiliate code that's available to any FabFitFun subscriber. So you can take advantage of that if you like. I do get a little bit of a kickback in terms of shop credit that I can use in the add-on store. So just to let you know that. And I will try to provide links to all the customization options as well. And those are also affiliate links, so if you use them, I may get a small commission, and thank you in advance if you choose to use those and support my channel. So going in reverse order, customization 6. I believe additional options are $10 based on what they've been in previous seasons. FabFitFun didn't say explicitly, but that's just my best guess. So as you would guess, that means that you can select more than one item per category, but you will have to pay an additional fee. And there is a window for customization, so it's not like you submit it and then you're done. There is a window, and then once the window closes, it's kind of locked in. So in the event that anything is out of stock when you go into customize, you can continue to check back to see if that item has been released from someone else's box. Okay, so for customization 6, the first item is the Lifestyle Co. Mood Perfume. It has a $40 value, and this has an hourglass emoji, which means that it is limited in availability. So if this is an item that you have your eye on, you want to make sure that you start to customize your box as soon as you can, and that you add this right away. So that is a 10 milliliter travel spray, and it has notes of jasmine, cedar, saffron, and amber. And I forgot, I need to scoot over, cover up my husband's irrigation system there. Okay, so yeah, so that is the first item. It's a perfume, and I'm not a huge jasmine perfume type person, so I'll probably be skipping on that. The next item is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Palette. This has a $42 value. It is talc free. And it says Cover FX took 3 of its best-selling shades of their custom enhancer drops and made them into pressed powders. So those were those like liquid highlighters that were really popular a few years ago. And the shades that are included are Candlelight, Sunlight, and Blossom. The thing about having multiple shades of highlighter in a single palette is that odds are not all of them will work for you, or there will probably be some that look better on you than others. So I might pick that up just as kind of a demo. I think this time around I will pay the additional fee to get my box sooner. So if you are a seasonal member, there's a good chance that annual members who pay for that expedited processing will get their boxes before you customize. And I do film an unboxing, so I might get it for that reason. You can see how those shades look on my skin tone anyway. So that would be kind of the main reason I would pick that up, but otherwise I probably would skip out. I need another highlighter, like I need a hole in the head. Okay, next up we have the Verb Products Ghost Prep Heat Protectant. This has a $20 value. It's 4 fluid ounce, and it protects up to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. It has glycerin, moringa oil, and provitamin B5. I do like Verb hair products, at least the ones that I've tried, and I guess I would be up for this if I didn't already have a lot of hair products on hand. And I did heat style my hair today, which we'll talk about later, but Generally, I just let it air dry, so I don't go through heat protectant that quickly, so I'll probably skip on that. The next item is the Obey Waist Pack. It has a $40 value. And this is 9 inches by 2.3 inches by 6 inches. The outside is 85% nylon and 15% spandex, and the lining is 100% polyester. It also includes 2 free months of online classes at obeyfitness.com, but you do have to put your credit card information in to redeem that, and then it, I think, sets up an auto renewal. So again, if you are not really good about keeping track of subscriptions like that, ironically because we're talking about one, or if you just don't want the risk of one more thing being charged, then you may want to skip out on that. Even though personally I will probably not redeem the free fitness classes, I think I will be picking this up. I already showed it to my husband, and I think that khaki green is like his favorite color in the world. And he also has a little, we used to call them fanny packs, but a little bag like this that he uses that's black, and so I think he is very interested in it. I also got one from Costco not too long ago that's like a dupe of the Lululemon one. They're great little bags for traveling, very convenient to kind of keep your passport and phone in. So I think I will be picking that up. And then the last item is the Necessaire The Body Lotion. It has a $28 value. And again, this is a limited item. It has 6.8 fluid ounce, and it says it's fragrance free, but there is lemon and orange fruit extract in it. So it kind of has like a citrusy smell to it is my guess. For body products, I'm not as picky about those kind of essential oils and fragrances and that kind of thing. But if you are really sensitive to fragrance, that may be something you want to skip on. So that is kind of a maybe for me. So I'll definitely be getting the Obey waist pack because my husband is also interested. And then the Cover FX palette and the Necessaire lotion are kind of maybes. So potentially $20 in additional choices. For customization 5, so additional items are $8. I think for 6, I think we used to have more items in the box, and they kind of, for a while, 6 was kind of a combination, I think, of either multiple items or like one hero item, and now it seems like 6 just has just one item per choice. So customization 5, the additional choices are $8, and again, I think this is something that only annual members will be able to choose. But for customization 5, I found it kind of underwhelming. So the first product is the Cuccio Somatology Botanicals Hand and Body Wash in the Sandalwood and Sage scent. Supposedly has a $39 value. It's 8 ounces, and it does have cedarwood oil and witch hazel in it. So again, if you are sensitive to ingredients like that, you probably want to skip out. I'll probably pick this, even though I'm a little eczema prone and I try to just use really gentle body washes and hand washes. I think my husband will be able to use it, and there isn't really anything else in this category that I'm super excited about. So I'll probably select that just as kind of a body wash to have on hand, I guess. The next item is the Frank Body Cacao Coffee Scrub that has a $20 value, and you get 7 ounces. So that just looks like it would be really messy. And I hate cleaning my shower and tub as it is, so having something that would be that visibly messy is just not appealing to me. So I'll be skipping on that. And then we have the Darling Spring Salt and Pepper Shakers. These have a $25 value. They are 3 inches tall and have a 3.4 inch capacity. So I like that they have the little S&P shapes on the top of the salt and pepper, because I can never remember how many holes salt is supposed to have and how many holes pepper is supposed to have. So I like that. They are hand wash only, but we already have some salt and pepper shakers, and for pepper we usually use like a pepper mill. So I'll probably be skipping on this, but if you like the way they look, those are available to you. The last item is the Lujo Bar Eucalyptus Shower Steamers. You get a set of 4, and they are a $22 value. So they're kind of like bath bombs in that they kind of dissolve on the floor of your shower. You don't want to put them directly under the stream, I guess, because they'll dissolve too quickly, but you just kind of put them a little bit outside that, and as they get splashed and they get wet and everything, they release an aroma. So these are eucalyptus, so that's really good for cold season. I already have some of these, and I don't generally think to use them. I feel a little congested now, so maybe I could benefit, but you can also just put like pure eucalyptus oil, like just drip a little bit in your shower if you want that effect, or even hang eucalyptus, like fresh eucalyptus if you want. I'll probably skip on that, but that is a choice. And that's it for customization 5. So moving on to customization 4, additional choices again will be $8. And the first item is, I think, going to be a top seller. It's not limited, but I'm guessing a lot of people will go for this because it's viral. So if you do want it, make sure you sign on early. So this is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Vanilla Beige. It has a $23 value, and it has ingredients like shea butter, muru seed butter, sodium hyaluronate, and vitamin E. So that's something I will definitely be picking up. I'm very excited to finally be able to try that product. So yes, that is a definite yes for me. The next item is the KVD Beauty Tattoo Liner Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in Trooper Black. This has a $25 value, and it does have a brush tip. So if you prefer brush tips over felt, then this would be a good one for you. I feel like you guys should give me a thumbs up just by virtue of the fact that I tried to do liquid liner for you. So I do have hooded lids, so it's always a bit of a challenge to do that because, you know, when my eyes are fully open, there's that fold that comes down, and that is something you have to contend with to get like the right geometric pattern at the outer corner. Even now, I don't think they're completely even, and I even like had to remove the outside little wing and redo it and redo some of my eyeshadow. I think you can tell on the inner corner there's a tiny bit of transferring, I guess. I mean, they say it's waterproof, and I have kind of watery eyes, so take that for what it's worth. So if you are a liquid liner fan, this has been kind of a well-regarded liner for a long time. And just to show you, that is what the brush tip looks like, and it does a good job. I just opened this kind of sample not too long ago, but I'm not sure how old it actually is. I have a little bit of shadow left on my hand. But yeah, you can see it's not really going into any of the lines or anything, so that's a pretty good liner. If you like liquid eyeliner, then this might be something you want to pick up. If you are like me, however, and you find liquid liner in general to be a little bit difficult, I would suggest maybe looking at like the Moira Micro Tip liquid liner, because this one in comparison has a much finer tip. So especially if you have hooded lids, it's a lot easier to just be really precise and fine with a very tiny tip like that. So I do have a video dedicated to Moira where I use that, so I'll link that for you. But yeah, and I just used this. What is this that I used? It's just the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. I'll do it again just for the sake of the video. I have a bottle of water here, and has a continuous sprayer. So see how waterproof this truly is. I mean, it's not something you probably want to go swimming in, I guess is what I'm getting at. So again, so it's not a product for me, but I can see some people really enjoying it. And if you do want to know kind of what's on my eyes or anything else that's on my face, again, I'll have that linked below. But I did use this little like Natasha Denona Starlit palette effectively that I put together. So I uploaded a reel that I linked where I created this palette from the Star and the Lila palette. And that is what I have on my lid. So hopefully that will also show up in a reel, although like I said, I did kind of mess up my eyeshadow and have to redo it a bit because of the liner situation. This palette is kind of surprising because it is more, I think, of a fall color story than you might think. So it worked out. But yeah, everyone I think was looking at this and thinking it was super spring, super bridal, that kind of thing. But anyway, I just thought I would mention that. Next up, we have the Hudas over the knee socks. These have a $25 value. It says it fits sizes 6 to 9 the best, and I'm more like a 9.5 to 10. Socks aren't too size specific, but still. And these are machine wash cold and tumble dry low, which is good. Hand washing socks is never something that really appealed to me. And these are 98% polyester and 2% spandex. And polyester socks, again, is not something that really appeals to me. So I do like, I guess, knee-high socks under pants or with boots in the winter to add some extra warmth, but I'll probably skip on those because I think I do prefer more natural material. Next up, we have the Bloom Buds pack. They come in a set of 48 and have a $30 value. These are hydrocolloid patches with salicylic acid. They look cute. I've had a little bit of issue with what, like, the stars out, I think they're called, like they're shaped like stars. I find that sometimes the more intricate, cute shapes don't stick as well. And I've been enjoying the Peace Out patches, so I'll probably skip on those. The next option is the First Aid Beauty Face Cleanser. This has a $24 value. It is 5 ounces, which is this size. So this has great ingredients. They say it's perfect for sensitive skin. This gentle cleanser is non-stripping and pH balanced to help maintain your skin's natural acidity. So this is the size that you'll be getting, and it has like a flip top like that. I do have some samples that are open, so I thought I would just show you those. This isn't a cleanser I reach for all the time. With my dry skin, it's not stripping, but I think it is a more intensive cleanser than sometimes I want. But it is good, especially if you like using like a Freo, that kind of thing, because it does kind of foam and emulsify. So that is the texture of it. And I thought I would just quickly show you, this is why I have this water bottle. We're in the splash zone here. So I just wet it so I can kind of show you the texture. So I would say it's definitely something I reach for if I feel like I have a lot of, I don't know, like makeup residue or something to get off. So I guess for me, I like having it as an option, but I feel like I get a lot of like little samples of this, and I have this guy that I think I got in like a subscription box or something. So I will probably skip on this item, but I think it's definitely a worthy choice if that's something that you're interested in. So I'll scoot back over here. There's one past favorite in this category. Interestingly enough, I think there was one season where they kind of did past favorites separately, but there aren't too many this season. But if there were any items in past boxes that you really enjoyed, keep your eyes peeled for the refills because sometimes they pop up there. But the past favorite for category 4 is the Balance Me Wonder Eye Cream. This has a $30 value. I would not recommend this. I haven't tried it personally, but you get 15 milliliters, but there's like witch hazel and lots of essential oils. So there's lavender oil, lemon peel oil, limonene, linalool, geraniol, and citronellol. So all those kind of fragrant oils can irritate your skin, especially putting something on the more delicate under eye area. Sounds like a bad idea to me. So I will definitely be passing on that. So yeah, I think for this category, the only thing I'm probably going to pick up is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. It's always an interesting kind of balance between feeling like you have enough good choices in a box versus feeling like you want to add more and more to your box, which obviously drives up the cost. So for me, it's a little bit of a relief when there's like one really good item that I'm interested in, but I don't want anything else. Okay, so moving on to customization 3. So I think additional choices will be 12. And the first item is the Vegamore Grow Dry Shampoo. It has a $36 value. You get 3.95 ounces, and this is talc and benzene free. I don't really ever use dry shampoo, so that's kind of wasted on me, and I will be skipping it. The next option is the Love AJ Carmela Hoop Earrings in silver. It was nice to see that they have a silver option in the box. Apparently they were in a previous box in gold. These have a $65 value apparently, and they are made from 100% brass and plated in silver. I do have a preference for solid silver jewelry that is rhodium plated because that is what prevents like the tarnishing that you often get with silver. And this is not sponsored, but these are Ana Luisa earrings that I've worn for months at a time. I'll be talking a little bit more about Ana Luisa in a upcoming video, but Ana Luisa is a great option if you want, like I said, solid silver jewelry that really holds up well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with those, and I'll be skipping on these earrings. Next up, we have the Youthforia BYO blush. It has a $36 value, and apparently this is the world's first color-changing blush oil. It says it reacts to your skin's pH to give the perfect flushed look. And I'm just not really interested in this. I'm not super into liquid blushes to begin with. And the whole color changing thing as well, to me, is a little bit of a gimmick, and everything kind of looks hot pink, so I'll be skipping on that. Next up, we have the Living Proof Smoothing Boar Bristle Hairbrush. It has a $45 value, and it says, the boar bristle brush can help to spread hair oils from the scalp to ends, smoothing dry hair, keeping your hair looking shiny. And this is made out of wood, acetate, and real boar bristle, but they say no boars were harmed in the making of this brush. I'm not really sure how that works, but I don't know if I want to know. So I do plan to pick this up. I think it's really pretty, and I'm also a fan of boar bristle brushes. I know they have synthetic boar bristle hairbrushes as well. I don't really know how that works or what the difference is. Okay, so I have this really old Conair brush it is that I think I got years ago at Target, and I always like using a brush like this, especially when I have my hair up in a ponytail, to kind of smooth out the top. Obviously I've kind of styled my hair today, so it's a little more difficult to demonstrate, but yeah, I just find that it's really nice for smoothing the hair. Depending on your hair thickness, just messed that up now, didn't I? Depending on your hair thickness and texture, it's probably not going to like get through to the underlayer of your hair, but it is, like I said, really good for kind of smoothing. So I do also like using like a wet brush, that kind of thing. I have this little denim brush that's like a hybrid between these nylon bristles and I guess boar bristles. This is something I take traveling, again, for the same kind of effect to smooth out the hair, especially when I put it up. So I do think it's really pretty, and I do plan to pick it up. Next up, we have a Free People 1809 collection candle, I think in the scent Lodge. It's a $40 value and 8 ounces, and it has notes of Palo Santo, clove bud, patchouli, vanilla, and black pepper. So I think I'll be adding this as well. I like some fall scents, but I don't like the ones that are like super sweet. As a general matter, I prefer winter scents. This one I think would be really nice. Like, I like patchouli, a little bit of vanilla in there, but I don't think it's going to be too sweet. Some spice, a little bit of wood. So I think I will be picking that up, and I think the vessel, the jar as well, is really kind of chic. But yeah, I think I will be selecting that as well. Okay, so the next item is the Fakai Super Strength and Protein Power Bond Mist. It has a $30 value. It's a specialized amino acid blend that smooths and shines and will lead you to hair that is 2 times stronger and 10 times smoother. You can use it on wet or dry hair, and you just leave it in, you don't rinse it out. And it has 5 ounces. So I'll talk a little bit about the Living Proof product later on that I think sounds like it's kind of similar to this, but again, like, I think I just have a lot of hair products at the moment, so I'll probably be skipping on that one. I haven't really heard anyone talk about it specifically, so I guess I haven't heard like any testimonials or anything like that. And then the last item for this category is the Silked Satin Travel Pillow Sleeve, and I think the shade is 4-Leaf Clover. It has a $29.50 value. I take a little bit of issue with, I guess, how they're naming this, because it's not made out of silk, and it's not silk satin, it's silked satin. But it is on the front 100% polyester satin, and if you're not familiar, satin is a weave and silk is a material. So you can have silk satin and you can also have polyester satin. So satin is just how those fibers are being kind of woven together. But yeah, it's 100% poly satin, and the back is 95% viscose and 5% spandex. So they couldn't even give you a full polyester pillowcase. It is a sleeve though. It's like open on both ends. It's not a pillowcase. And it measures 26 by 18. So I guess that gives you some flexibility in terms of what pillow shapes it will fit. You can wash it cold on delicate and lay flat to dry. So if you haven't guessed from how I've been talking about this, I will not be picking this up. I do like the color. I think the color is really pretty, but I'm a little bit of a snob in that I do prefer actual silk pillowcases, and you can get ones that aren't super expensive. There's a spectrum of quality there, I guess, when it comes to silk pillowcases. I've used the ones from Brooklinen, and those have been really great. Yeah, I guess, you know, as far as like your hair and your skin is probably an upgrade over just like pure cotton pillowcases. And I think even though it's made out of polyester, like the same benefits accrue from the satin weave because it's like smoother on your hair. It doesn't like snag your hair and roughen up the hair cuticle. That can give you like more of a bedhead, that kind of thing. So yeah, it wouldn't be my first choice, but as I sometimes say, if this is the best way for you to get this type of pillowcase into your life, then maybe it's worth looking into. Okay, so moving on to customization 2. So I think additional choices in this category will be $15. And the first option I think is one that will be pretty popular, and this is limited, but it does come in 4 different colors. So it's a little bit kind of skin tone and shade specific. So I would be surprised if like all of the shades kind of sold out at the same time. This has a $34 value. It's the Fenty Beauty Ease Droplet Ease Droplet All Over Glow Enhancer in Bronze Jasper, Honey Citrine, Taffy Topaz, and Pink Pearl. So I haven't tried this personally, but I do think I will pick it up, partly just out of curiosity. So I'll probably be picking up the Pink Pearl shade. So you get 36 ml or 1.22 fluid ounce. And I do have the like original Ease Drop skin tint. So it looks like it's kind of similar to this package, although this is 32 ml and 1.08 fluid ounce. So I don't know if the fill is just a little bit different or what, but I think it's basically this type of packaging, just like with a different cap and that kind of thing. So this is just like a little squeezy tube type thing. And in my unboxing, I probably will pair this with the Glow Enhancer, I guess it is. This is a little drawing for me on its own, but maybe it'll work with the Glow Enhancer. And I was just grabbing this little sample of the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum because I think I heard some people say that the Fenty is similar to this. So cute. Obviously this is not the same product, but this is something that you can use underneath your foundation. You can mix it in with your foundation. I think you can even kind of dab a little bit on top, but it just gives a little bit of something to the skin. I don't think it's going to be as much as like the Charlotte Tilbury product. What is it? Flawless Filter. Yeah. It says you can also wear it alone for a flattering finish. And worn under makeup is supposed to extend the makeup wear and boost hydration. So I'm definitely going to be picking that up. I usually will pick up whatever makeup items they throw at us. Okay, so that is the first item. And then we have the Citrine Spice Jars. You get a set of 2. And these have a $30 value. They are 3 inches in diameter by 3.4 inches high. They are dishwasher safe and microwave safe, which I thought was interesting. So nice to see that, unlike the, I guess, salt and pepper jars. And it says they're made out of reddish brown earthenware finished with a thin off-white glaze. And they are slightly textured to resemble the sands of the Southwest. I don't have a need for these, but I think if they fit your aesthetic, then they could be really handy, especially for like holding salt, that kind of thing. I guess you can just have them as like little, I don't know, nut or olive jars kind of thing. So yeah, I'll be skipping on those. Next up we have the Timberland Buffalo Plaid Scarf. This has a $60 value. And it measures 10 inches wide by 68 inches long. It is hand wash only and 100% acrylic. I think I'll be skipping on this. It's not really, I guess, my favorite color to wear. And I mean, to be honest, I would probably throw it in the washing machine anyway, but yeah, anytime something is hand wash only, I kind of shy away from it. But if you are a huge Timberland fan, that is an option for you. Next up, we have the Alex and Annie Emerald Flex Cuff Bracelet. This has a $45 value, and it says that the bracelet is adjustable and can fit most wrist sizes. It's made out of gold-plated brass and crystal, and it is nickel-free. So as I previously mentioned, I tend to stick with silver jewelry, and I'm not a big bracelet fan either. I think the colors are pretty, but I don't know. I'll probably be skipping on that. Next up, we have the Reebok Smart Jump Rope. It has a $40 value, and it has a digital counter that tracks metrics such as time, calories burned, and rotations. So you can enter your body weight, and I guess it calculates the calories based on that. It has a 9 feet long cord, I guess, rope. But there's also a ropeless version. So when I initially saw this, I saw it had those little balls hanging off the handles, and I couldn't figure it out. Obviously, I'm not huge into, I guess, fitness in general. And I live in an apartment, so I couldn't imagine trying to jump rope in my apartment, and trying to jump rope outside also sounded like, I don't know, hugely embarrassing. It is interesting though, so you can basically jump rope without the actual rope. So I guess that'd be good like if you travel a lot or that kind of thing, or you just don't have a lot of space for jump rope, if you're worried about tripping yourself. I guess that option does make it a little bit more appealing, but honestly, I don't think I would use it, being realistic. So if you would use it, it could be fun, putting the fitness fit into FabFitFun. It does have an auto shut off and uses a CR2032 battery, so I think that's one of the like coin shaped ones. It is UK restricted. I wouldn't think very small batteries like that would cause a shipping restriction, but maybe they do. They're made out of lithium. Yeah, it says it includes battery singular. Maybe the counter is only on one side. Anyway, jump rope if you want it. Okay, so the last item is the Glow Recipe Plum Plump Hyaluronic Acid Serum. It has a $45 value, and this is 1 ounce. It does have fragrance in it, so I will probably be skipping on that. They say it's natural fragrance, but still. So honestly, I think I have enough of a back stock of hyaluronic acid serums, and so I don't think I need to pick this one up, but if you are a fan of Glow Recipe in general, then that might be a good thing for you. Okay, so for customization 1, okay, so the first option is the Little Corboose Woven Throw Blanket in Rust or Taupe, so you have a choice. It has a $60 value, and like I mentioned, it has 2 color choices. It measures 50 by 60. It's 100% cotton, which is nice, and it's machine wash cold and tumble dry low. So I think this is something I will probably be picking up. So I'm thinking the Rust option is kind of pulling me in a little bit more, just because it reads a little bit more fall to me. I think it would look really good against the slip cover there. So I'll probably pick up the Rust blanket, I think. Next up, we have the Alice and Olivia duffel bag. Again, you have 2 color options. Regal Romance, which looks like a mix between like Bridgerton and Pat McGrath, although Pat McGrath did the Bridgerton makeup collection, so there's that. Yeah, Regal Romance or Positano Stripe, and those have a $90 value. They measure 16 by 6 by 11, and they're made out of polyester. So I think that specific bag may be new, but I did look up, I guess, a similar bag that we had in spring of 2021. So this was the Alice and Olivia Daisy print duffel bag. This, at the time, they said had a $150 value, so I don't really know why these new bags would have a lower value. This has slightly different dimensions, at least according to FabFitFun. This was 16 inches wide by 9.5 inches high and 8.25 inches deep. So it looks like the new one, if I put it this way, it might be slightly narrower and taller, but it does look pretty similar just based on like the photos and the videos that they've posted. It has this kind of slip pocket, and you can snap down the tops here like I have on this side. Has the little kind of silicone pull, which is really cute. Honestly, I prefer these patterns to this daisy print. And this has the handles like so, and the zipper. A lot of like FabFitFun goodies from previous seasons stowed in here. And then this has like a zippered pocket and a label. And that's pretty much it. It's just kind of a cloth duffel bag. And I've used this a couple times, but I don't know, I guess my preference even for short trips is to just take like a suitcase, like a carry-on. And I do have, I think this is the strap. I almost hit myself in the head with that. Yeah, it's like I think a crossbody strap where it, you know, is on one side and then it kind of crosses over the bag to this side, if you can see that. So yeah, I mean, if that's the kind of bag that you like and you like this patterns, I haven't really put that to the test in terms of wear, so I can't really speak to that, but it seems solid enough. I don't know if I would like check it routinely as a suitcase, but again, it could be a solid option, especially if you're planning on doing some traveling or if you just like a duffel bag like that, maybe a gym bag. So I'm kind of tempted to pick that up, although I feel like I'm always tempted by the FabFitFun bag options, and then I never really end up using them all that much. So that's a maybe. I think the blanket would kind of take precedence over that. And then next up, we have the Our Place tinted wine glasses in two-tone. It says two-tone or solid. You get a set of 2, and these have a $50 value. So for the two-tone, I think like they have corresponding colors, so you can either get 2 pink or you can get a set where like the glass part is pink and the stem is like a beige or green maybe, and then vice versa for the other one. So these I think have a capacity of 12 ounces each. They are 8 inches by 3 inches. And they do recommend hand washing, so that's kind of a no-go. And for me, I think I prefer either like an insulated wine glass like we got with the, was it the summer box? We got the Swig wine glass, or just a stemless wine glass in general because they fit into the dishwasher better. I just prefer that. And I prefer, I think, clear wine glasses in general if I'm going with glass, because then you can kind of see the color of the wine. So I'll be skipping on that, but again, if it's your aesthetic, then they look nice enough. Our Place is the brand that does like the pan, and they did the bento box thing that we had one year. So I guess they're expanding into wine glasses. Next up, we have the Murad Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisturizer, I guess. It has an $83 value, and you get 1.7 ounces, which is kind of the standard moisturizer amount. They were saying this was fragrance free, but I put the ingredients into the Paula's Choice Beautypedia page, and it did say that the ingredient phenethyl alcohol is a fragrance ingredient, so I guess take that for what you will. It must not smell very strongly for them to say that, but it looks like a pretty decent moisturizer, but I'm still kind of well stocked, I guess, at the moment. I haven't even touched the First Aid Beauty collagen cream that I got recently. I just moved on to, right now I'm using like the Summer Fridays one that we got a few boxes ago. So yeah, I'm pretty well stocked at the moment. Next up, I think this is the last item to talk about. So this is the Living Proof Triple Bond Complex. It has a $45 value. You get 1.5 ounces, and I do have that to show you, and this is why I ended up styling my hair today. So I used this today before I styled my hair, and then I also used it, I think, yesterday or the day before, whenever I washed my hair last, and that time I did just let it air dry. So this is a product I think kind of similar to like Olaplex or K18, and that's supposed to kind of repair the bonds of your hair. And the way that you use this one, so it says you shampoo and condition hair as usual. It's really important to pay attention to the instructions for these products because they're all a little bit different. Like Olaplex, you're supposed to wet your hair or get it damp, but then you apply the Olaplex and you leave it in for a little bit, and then you wash your hair as normal. K18, you're supposed to wash your hair but not condition it, and then you put the K18 in. And this one, you can shampoo and condition. And I think I got this as a boost, maybe last time from FabFitFun. But it says you then apply 2 pumps to clean, damp hair. So that is what the dispenser looks like. And I'll just show you what 1 pump looks like, I guess. So that's 1 pump. And I did use 2 pumps today, although I think like the texture and I guess condition of my hair and the length, I probably could have used a little bit more. But I just used 2 pumps. It says you can add more as needed based on hair length, texture, and levels of damage. And then you comb it through. I used a wet brush. And again, I probably should have used a little bit more product. It probably would have helped the wet brush get through my hair a little bit more easily. You don't rinse it out, so you just leave it in. And it says for best results, wait 10 minutes before applying other treatments or stylers and blow dry. And they say that the product does not require heat, but you will see best results with heat activation. Use weekly. So that's why I blow dried my hair just to kind of, you know, give it the activation or whatever. And after I let this hang out in my hair for 10 minutes, I did also use the Amika heat protectant because I don't think this is a heat protectant. So I wanted to make sure to include that as well. I think for me, it just kind of comes down to how you like to use a product like this. Like I kind of laid out all the various things. And I don't think K18 says that it recommends heat. If I had to choose out of the 3 products I mentioned, I'd probably pick K18. But obviously having that as an option in the box is going to be a lot more accessible than paying for K18, which is quite expensive. So that's part of, I guess, my hesitancy with this product. I already have this, so I probably won't pick it up, and I've used it a few times here and there, but I still, I think, have a decent amount. Yeah, I don't routinely heat style my hair. I just let it air dry. And I'm not the biggest fan of the smell that Living Proof has in their products, to be honest. I think, again, like the FabFitFun staff talking about this product, they were talking about how amazing it smelled and everything like that. I'm just not a big fan of the Living Proof smell, to be honest. It's just not my preference. So if you've tried other Living Proof products, I also used their, I think, Restore shampoo today. So I think it's the same smell that they use in their other products. So if you like the smell of those, then you'll probably like that. But it's just not my favorite. Okay, so let's do a quick recap here. So for customization 1, I think I'll get the blanket in rust, possibly one of the Alice and Olivia duffel bags. I don't know, I kind of like both, to be honest, both patterns. So that makes it a little bit tough. But yeah, I'll probably get the blanket, again, just to kind of give the couch a little bit of a sprucing up for the fall. I think that's it for customization 1. For 2, I'll probably get just the Fenty Beauty Glow Enhancer. For 3, I'll probably get the brush, also from Living Proof, and the candle. So that'll be an additional $12, I think. 4, I'll probably just get the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. 5, probably just get the body wash. And 6, I'll get the Obey Waist Pack, possibly the highlighter palette, and the body lotion. Those are kind of maybes. So anyways, that's what I'm thinking for the fall 2023 box. I'll try to let you know somehow if I see any boosts or refills that I think I'll be adding. I already have the Cocoa Floss, the air filters. Is that it? I already have those on refill, and I might add the Beekman 1802 Dream Booster. It's like a bakuchiol face oil, basically, because I'm getting close to the end of that, and I've really been enjoying it. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and we'll see how it goes in terms of doing a screen capture of the add-on store. I didn't do it last season because I was traveling, so we'll just kind of see how that goes. So let me know down below if you look forward to that particular video or would find it helpful, I guess. But yeah, that's going to be it. Let me know what you guys are thinking about selecting for your fall box, and until next time, I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.